All right, so in this session, I'm going to quickly get Go installed and get a basic little application running in the Golang IDE so that we can prove out that our installation is installed correctly and working. So we'll log back in. So I'll open up a terminal, just prove out that there is nothing installed. Ubuntu does give us some options that I'm not going to take any action on because I want to install Go myself. So open up Firefox and type Go, download, install, something like that usually gives me the right link. It's usually the first one, and sure enough it is. I'm going to download the Linux installation here, but just as easily you can go grab the Windows version, which is a .msi, or the .pkg for Apple Mac OS. So I'll just save that to the local machine. Then there are two steps after it downloads: to untar it into the user local directory, and then copy this into the bash rc path. So with that downloaded, I'm going to open the directory, and then right-click and open in terminal. So here you can see the files. And because I need elevated privileges to unzip all of these contents or untar the contents into the user local directory, I'm going to actually type sudo and then the command. After a few seconds, it'll all be unzipped, and if we navigate into the user local directory, you'll see there's the Go path, and if we go into the Go path, we'll see all of the contents pertinent to having Go execute. But if we type Go, it's not there yet. We still need to add it to our bash rc file. On Mac OS, of course, this would be the bash_profile file, or on other variances of Linux, it may be a different file for startup. On Windows, you have to go put this in the settings somewhere. I don't recall exactly where at, but you need to add it so that it adds it to your path environment variable. So I'm going to just copy this export verbatim, add it to the end, save it, close that back down, go ahead and close this, close that, and close this, and then source the actual bash rc file. Then if we type Go, it should be there. So that's all gravy. To wrap up and make sure everything is installed correctly, I'm going to open the toolbox and open Golang. Golang is JetBrains IDE specifically for Go itself. This is the first install, so we'll get tutorials. There's no existing folders or files over here, and I'm just going to click New Project. In here, select the default Go, click on this, and I'm going to pick my specific folder that I like to put projects in, codes. And then I'm going to add the path for new, excellent Go project. Add the SDK, local or download. We already installed it, so I'll pick local. And then go all the way back out to that path where I installed it, user, local, and there's Go. So I'll click on that folder, and it will determine what version I have, which in this case is 1.14.3. Click Create. And a few seconds later, the IDE will pop up with this new project created, which at this point is just a folder. So I'll create a new file, type in main, click Simple Application, and it'll give me that little skeleton to start writing some code. So a little hello world type message there. I'm going to right click on main.go, navigate down to run go build main.go. And that is going to execute, and there we go. The program has been executed, and it shows that it runs right. I also now have this configuration build option, and if I click edit configurations, I can go in here and change things within this particular run debug option. I can change it to a package or directory type project, or just keep running the singular file, or change the file if I add a new file, something like that. So everything's there. I now have proven out that Go is installed, Golang knows which version of Go is installed and has it set up in the IDE itself, and that it can execute a build and run the application. So I'm ready to get started with Go development now.